Right then. Passport? Check. Sense of adventure? Double check. We're two Brits travel and absolutely mad about exploring this incredible world. From cities to hidden gems, we show you the real travel experience. Budget tips, cultural dives, or just a laugh at our blunders, you're in the right place. Grab a cuppa, settle in and join us. This is Two Brits Travel, where every journey tells a story.
What if I told you that two of the world's biggest religions, with their own detailed dietary laws, could find common ground on a Turkish dinner plate? It sounds complicated, but the answer is actually pretty simple and incredibly delicious. Come with me as we explore the heart of Turkey and find 7 amazing vegetarian and fish-based dishes that are both halal and kosher. It's a perfect example of how great food can bring us all together. So before we jump in, let's get the why out of the way. Halal, meaning permissible in Arabic, and kosher, meaning fit in Hebrew, are the dietary laws for Islam and Judaism. And while they have their own unique rules, especially about meat, they share some big principles like no pork or blood. Let's start our day like many people in Turkey do, with breakfast. And I'm not talking about just any breakfast, I'm talking about a sizzling pan of pure comfort that's a symbol of Turkish hospitality, menemen. Menemen is this glorious one-pan scramble of eggs, tomatoes, green peppers and onions, and it's often served right in the copper pan it was cooked in, called a sahan. Its story is thought to go all the way back to the Ottoman Empire. The dish is named after the town of Menemen near the city of Izmir, an area famous for its amazing tomatoes. Legend says farmers created it using whatever fresh vegetables they had on hand. It started as a humble meal and grew into a national obsession you can find everywhere. The preparation is beautifully simple. You heat up some olive oil, toss in chopped onions and peppers until they're soft and fragrant, and then add the star, juicy, ripe tomatoes. They cook down into this rich, chunky sauce. Then the eggs go in. And here's where you find the great Turkish debate. Do you scramble them or not? All right. From that sizzling breakfast, let's move on to something lighter, a dish that's all about freshness and vibrant colour, kisiya. And if you think a salad can't be the main event, you've definitely never tried this Turkish classic. Kisiya is a gorgeous salad made from fine bulgur wheat, a total staple in Turkish cooking. The bulgur isn't cooked with heat, it's soaked, which lets the grains get soft while keeping a really nice, subtle chew. To this, you add a ton of fresh stuff, finely chopped tomatoes, crisp green onions, a mountain of fresh parsley and mint, and sometimes cucumber or peppers. But the real soul of kisiya comes from 2 key things, a good glug of olive oil, and most importantly, nar ekşisi, pomegranate molasses. This thick, tangy syrup adds a sweet and sour punch that's completely unique and seriously addictive. Culturally, kisiya is a huge part of meze culture in Turkey. Mezes are small dishes, kind of like Spanish tapas, that you share with family and friends before a meal. You'll pretty much always find kisiya at gatherings, parties, and even afternoon teas. It's a dish you're meant to scoop up with lettuce leaves and enjoy while you chat. You can't talk about Turkish food without talking about pastry, and the king of all savoury pastries is börek. It's not just one thing, it's a whole family of flaky, delicious pastries that Turks love for breakfast, lunch, or even a late-night snack. Börek is made from yufka, a paper-thin dough, kind of like phyllo. This dough is layered, rolled, or folded around all sorts of fillings. While meat börek is common, the vegetarian versions are incredibly popular and fit right into our journey. The most common fillings are a simple, salty white cheese mixed with parsley, a rich and earthy spinach filling, or a comforting potato filling. The history here is ancient, with some saying it started with the nomadic Turks of Central Asia. It was really perfected in the Ottoman palaces, where it was food fit for royalty. Now, this is where we hit our first important detail, the cheese. For a cheese to be halal, the enzyme used to make it, called rennet, has to be microbial, plant-based, or from a halal slaughtered animal. For a cheese to be kosher, it needs rabbinical supervision and must use microbial or vegetable rennet. Okay, we've covered the land, now let's head to the coast, right to the bustling heart of Istanbul where Europe meets Asia. Here, with the seagulls and ferry horns as our soundtrack, we find a true city icon, Balık ekmek. Balık ekmek literally means fish bread, but trust me, it's so much more. This is the ultimate Istanbul street food experience. For years, this simple sandwich has been sold from ornate rocking boats right on the shore. It's become a symbol of the city itself. The whole vibe, the salty air, the view of the Galata Tower, the sizzle of fish on the grill is part of the flavour. The sandwich is all about simplicity. A fresh fillet of fish, traditionally mackerel, gets grilled right in front of you. That smoky charred fillet is then tucked into a big fluffy half loaf of Turkish bread. That street food was awesome, but now it's time for a sit-down meal that truly celebrates the sea. Let's talk about fırında levrek, or oven-baked sea bass. Sea bass, or levrek, is a big deal in Turkey. It's known for its delicate, flaky white meat and mild flavour. The way it's prepared is all about honouring the fish, not drowning it in sauce. A whole sea bass is placed in a baking dish and surrounded by classic Mediterranean ingredients: sliced tomatoes, onions, whole garlic cloves, and a very generous amount of high-quality Turkish olive oil. Sometimes lemon slices are laid right on top, and fresh herbs like parsley or dill are tucked inside. It's all baked until the fish is perfectly moist and falling off the bone. Just like balık ekmek, this dish is a perfect fit. Sea bass has fins and scales, making it both halal and kosher. The rest of the ingredients, olive oil, vegetables, herbs, are all universally good to go. It's a clean, wholesome dish that's all about natural flavour. Next up is a dish that's centuries old, a silky, savoury surprise that was supposedly a favourite of Ottoman sultans. We're talking about chulbur. Records show it being eaten as far back as the 15th century. Chulbur, pronounced chilbir, sounds simple. Poached eggs served on top of creamy, garlicky yogurt. But the magic is in the final touch. A drizzle of melted butter infused with smoky, mildly spicy Aleppo pepper. Let's break down the genius here. You start with a base of thick strained yogurt whipped with minced garlic and salt. Then you gently poach a couple of eggs so the whites are set but the yolks are perfectly runny. The halal and kosher side of things is super straightforward. It's just eggs, yogurt, butter and spices. As long as you're using certified dairy, the dish is perfectly aligned with both traditions. Eating chulbur is all about contrast. You get the warm eggs and hot butter against the cool yogurt. For our final dish, we're hitting up Turkey's answer to pizza, but it's so much more. This is pide, the delicious boat-shaped flatbread that's all about community and craftsmanship. Pide has a long history, with some tracing it back to the 1850s in a town on the Black Sea. It's a huge part of Turkish food culture, especially during Ramadan. It's a dish made for sharing, for bringing people together. It starts with a simple dough that's stretched into a long oval shape. The edges are folded over to create a crust, forming a boat to hold all the fillings. While there are tons of meat versions, the vegetarian options are incredible. Popular choices include peynirli pide filled with a salty, melty cheese. There's also ıspanaklı pide with a savoury spinach and onion mix. And one of the all-time favourites is kaşarlı yumurtalı pide, where cheese is melted in the pied boat and then an egg is cracked right in the middle and baked until the yolk is runny. Just like with börek, the key for halal and kosher here is the cheese. You need to make sure it's made with a permissible rennet, but again, it's always smart to check for a certification to be certain. And there you have it. From the sizzling pan of menemen to the flaky layers of börek, and from the iconic balık ekmek to the communal joy of pide, we've tasted 7 dishes that tell a pretty cool story. They show us that right in the heart of Turkish cuisine, there's this delicious common ground where different cultures can meet. These dishes don't need to be changed or adapted, they just are. Our trip through Turkey shows that food is way more than just something to eat. It's history, it's culture, and it's a bridge that can connect all of us. So, I've got to ask you, what did you think? Which of these dishes are you dying to try first? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this food adventure, please give this video a like and, most importantly, subscribe for more. Join us next time as we explore the hidden culinary gems of another amazing region. Until then, stay curious and stay hungry.
Well, that was another amazing journey. We hope you loved coming along with us on this adventure. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps us out. And if you're new, hit subscribe and the bell so you don't miss our next trip. Keep exploring, stay curious, and remember the world is waiting. Cheerio from 2 Brits Travel.